The response I got from gnomefro, again, I said that's not my initial reason for a belief in a god. I think it's probably something some people are born with and others aren't. Um, Maybe it's genetic. Um, but gnomefro, you might remember I talked about this a lot. This is when I was a member of the Communist Party. This is how we said, adultery is wrong because if everybody committed adultery, then the very concept of being married wouldn't have you couldn't commit adultery. It'd be absurd. There'd be nobody would effectively be anybody's wife or husband. If everybody stole all the time, then there wouldn't be private property. I've mentioned this in at least 7 videos. The problem is this is a concept that was this was an intellectual thing fleshed out um, very late in the Western world. We got here because of the church. The rampant literacy is due to Christianity, particularly the Protestant Reformation. Especially in, well, it did happen in the northern countries, of northern European countries, but rampant literacy. Look at when Christianity, when it rose up in Ireland, the uh, the outlawing of slavery. Christianity had abolished slavery 3 times in history. The last time was the Abolitionist Act. Um, Although some idiots were actually arguing for slavery in the name of Christianity, which was ridiculous since Christianity had ended slavery twice before in history. But along with the Celtic Church, the Gaelic Church from Ireland, the reason why it moved into Pictland, which would become Scotland, was because it brought reading, writing, roads, city planning, civilization, philosophy, infrastructure, these things, technology. But the morality, and again, I don't say that there's morality necessarily in the Bible, but the church, we in the West, and actually in all over the world, except very few places, get all of our morality from Christian society. We may be may think that we're living in a post-Christian society, but we're at the very beginning of a post-Christian society. We're still heavily Christianized in our morality. Again, our morality is not based on an honor-based system. Why is it wrong to beat an old woman to death and take her money? Is it wrong? Who's to say that it was wrong for the Aztecs to rip out hearts? Um, or the Caribs, who, I'll give a non-religious example, because you can say, well, you could prove to them the sun would rise anyways. The Caribs, the first tribe, or the first group of people that Columbus's group came across, or one of the first, had Arawak women in these pens, in these cages that were pregnant. And the Caribs, the delicacy of the Caribs was a immediately newborn baby roasted, and its flesh was so tender. Sometimes they would slit the pregnant woman's belly open and eat the roast the meat and eat it. What is wrong with that? What's good or evil about that? Now we look at that and we say that's revolting and that's evil. Again, we get it from Christianity. To ignore the contributions to, I mean, the Christian church has affected us in so many ways. Now you may say we can proceed from here on out without the help of Christianity anymore, the church or religion or whatever, but we still are operating on Christian moral principles and Christian morality. It's still embedded in us very, very deeply. Again, why is it wrong to kill a stranger? To kill somebody who's outside of your tribe, outside of your people group. I mean, you can sit around in these objective things. Our civil order came from Christianity and the Christian church, and are you denying that? I mean, there are many people who say, yeah, I accept that, but we don't need that anymore and we can move on from it. But are you denying that, is that the thing, are you denying that our entire civilization, every last bit of it, has come from the Christian church, which rebuilt Western Europe pretty much by itself. But especially in dealing with morality, are you contesting that, or are you saying that we can from now on operate without Christian morality? I'm not talking about any of this being systematic. Originally, church didn't have any systematic doctrine, dogma, or theology. But okay, I guess there it is. I think I've shot my bolt on that one. Love to hear your answer.